welcome to my very first travel vlog, My Bake Escapes. This June, we were able to visit the beautiful island of Oahu, and we had the best time exploring and eating so many delicious foods. I am excited to share a little bit of our vacation with you. Our first stop, because we arrived around lunchtime, was Zippys. We tend to visit Zippys each time we are on the islands, and it's just a great restaurant. It has lots of options from breakfast to lunch and dinner, and their food is just very tasty. The service is amazing, and it's always clean and quick. This time we ordered the Zippys chili, some of their fried chicken, and the Korean fried chicken. My favorite is the Korean fried chicken. It is sweet and crispy and just so packed with flavor, and that chili is also amazing. We ended up staying in Ala Moana area that was really close to Waikiki, and this was our first time on Oahu, so we were just taking in all the sights. Our first night, we went and had teppanyaki for dinner, and it was really good and fun.
All right, one more move. You guys ready? Ready for that? Move it.
As you can see, our chef was very talented and made this evening a lot of fun. The next morning, we were able to visit Pearl Harbor, and so I highly recommend that you check out the Pearl Harbor Museum if you ever do visit Oahu. And then we went over to this huge outdoor shopping center in Ala Moana area, and we got breakfast. We wanted to try some malasadas. These are from Liliha, and they are not the traditional malasadas, but they were still absolutely delicious. We ordered the hapia malasada, which is the one that is shown here. And then we also ordered the apple one, so it had like apple cinnamon filling. I really enjoyed this one. And then third, we tried the lilikoi malasada. Lilikoi is, I think it's a passion fruit here on the island, and it was also very delicious. Our favorite though was the hapia one. We love coconut, and that creamy coconut filling was just amazing. For lunch, we stopped at Hank's Hot Dogs. This restaurant was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and it did not disappoint. We ordered two of the sides, the pommes frites and the onion rings, and we decided to split a hot dog, and we ordered the Chicago style hot dog, and it was delicious. After 2 days in Honolulu, we were heading to the North Shore, so we woke up really early the next day. We took advantage and went on a sunrise hike. The hike was only 2 miles round trip, and it was nice because it was paved the entire way. We were able to catch the sunrise. The sun was peeking through those clouds, and the views were incredible. After that beautiful hike, we stopped for breakfast in Kailua at Over Easy. This place was highly recommended on Yelp. They have a variety of options for breakfast and lunch. We ordered the over easy plate, one with the Kahlua pork and the other one with the house-made sausage. We also ordered a half order of the custard French toast, and that was incredible. If you stop here, make sure to get the French toast. It was delicious. Continuing on our way to the North Shore, we stopped off at this beautiful Buddhist temple, and we just took in the serenity, the peaceful, calm environment. It was really beautiful to see and spend time here. I found this cute coffee shop, stopped to get an iced coffee. Look at this cup. I've never seen one like this. It was adorable, and the coffee was delicious. I love food tours, and when we were planning our trip to Oahu, this cacao farm tour at 21 Degrees Estates was highly rated on TripAdvisor. Michael and Maria are the proud, wonderful owners of this 10-acre cacao farm. On this tour, I learned that Hawaii has only been growing cacao for about 20 years, and at 21 Degrees Estates, their mission is to grow the best cacao in the world. Hawaii cacao is a consistent winner at international competitions. The owners of 21 Degrees Estates purchased this jungle farm that they converted to a cacao farm. They offer tours such as this one, as well as farm-to-table dinners 4 times a year with everything sourced from Hawaii. They also offer goat yoga for their wellness workshops, mini chocolate tastings with local food, and whiskey and chocolate pairing events. I learned so much about chocolate on this tour, and I enjoyed every minute. The chocolate grown on Oahu is a flavor you will not find anywhere else. We started our tour by learning about the bees. They have over 100,000 bees that produce about 360 pounds of honey in just 2 months. Along the tour, we learned interesting facts about the history of agriculture in Hawaii.
Across the street over there, bamboo. Canoe plant. Why do you think it was a canoe plant? Exactly correct. Remarkably tough.
And
strong.
Michael also showed us an awapui plant that he has. I had never seen anything like it before, but this is used to make shampoo. Cacao is harvested every 2 to 3 weeks for 10 months, and they only harvest the pods that are ripe that day. To harvest and process the cacao, they crack the cacao pod, take the seeds, ferment the seeds using banana leaves and heat, and turning them often to add oxygen. Then they dry the seeds out in the sun, rolling them over all day to dry all sides.
In El Salvador, they're using machetes. Around here, we're grabbing the cement block and we're using steel pipe. But you know what? The steel pipe, very effective. Everyone learns very quickly. And the goal, hit it one good time, crack it open, send it up to the table, pull out with your hands. Okay. Cracking, a little bit smaller. This is kind of more the norm, but this will make a nice example here. One more little. There we go. How about this as the beginning of your chocolate? Very thick shell for something so small.
So cool. Thank you. Wow.
So we have the clipping team, the collecting team, and the cracking team, which makes sense because it's the cacao farm. We have all the seabirds. And then with our fingers, this will be a little on the light side, but typically 45 seeds per pod. So look, this is only going to be a mini chocolate bar here. Half of here we talked about is fermenting and drying. Fermenting.
How do you ferment it?
We were able to taste the cacao seed, and it is tart and tropical and a little slimy. The inside is earthy and a little bitter. Maria does an amazing job of explaining the superfood benefits of the cacao.
Nice way to get that energy.
But the other great thing about theobromine that you don't get in caffeine is that with theobromine, it interacts with our brain receptors to release the neurotransmitters of serotonin and endorphins that pick up on a lot of those kind of tropical fruit notes. But let me know if you taste anything else in it too, what's inside. So it's 100% cacao, and we want to start with that tasting, even though it's not sweet, we haven't added sugar, right, at this point, because this is the basis of all cacao, or and just fruity and bright. Some nibs can be really dark and deep.
We were able to taste various types of chocolate produced from their cacao beans, and we were also able to purchase chocolate bars, honey, cacao nibs, and locally made ice cream using chocolate produced from their cacao seeds. The tour was a highlight of our time on Oahu, and I highly recommend it to anyone who loves chocolate and learning about chocolate. If we ever return to Oahu, I will definitely book this tour again. While on the North Shore, we had dinner at Beach House by Roy Yamaguchi. The views from this restaurant were beautiful and the food was delicious. For the appetizer, we had the spiced ahi, St. Louis style rib with a hoisin garlic ginger glaze, and a spicy ahi sushi roll. For the main course, we had the Cabernet short ribs that were incredible. And for dessert, we had a delicious caramelized pineapple rum cake with a dark rum Foster caramel. This was incredible. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see me recreate this dish on my channel. I'd be happy to do it because this was so delicious. After spending 2 days on the North Shore, we were heading back down to the southern part of the island to finish our trip and visit on Oahu at the Aulani. But on the way, we had to stop by Ted's Bakery, home of the original chocolate Haupia cream pie. They have a variety of baked goods and pies. I was so excited. I wanted to try a little bit of everything, but I came here with a purpose, so I went ahead and purchased the macadamia cream pie and the chocolate Haupia cream pie, along with a few donuts because they looked amazing. And the pies were incredible. The chocolate had the perfect chocolatey, creamy flavor. It was incredible. The macadamia cream pie was also very delicious, and those donuts were also pretty tasty. I highly recommend stopping here if you're in the area. It was a delicious treat. We finished our time on Oahu at the Disney Aulani Resort. We were really excited to be able to stay here. We had been wanting to visit for so many years. It is just a beautiful resort. The decorations, the theming, and just the overall Disney magic feel is just what makes it so special. Our first night, we had dinner at the Makahiki restaurant. We had their 3-course dinner. I started with the caprese salad, and then we also ordered the New York strip and the filet mignon. And for dessert, we opted for the roasted pineapple cobbler. That was incredible. Look at how beautiful this plate is, and look at that little Mickey. I think it was made out of white chocolate. Everything was delicious. I've never had a cobbler made of pineapple, and it was incredible. And they also had it with a Haupia gelato that went perfectly. Let me know if you want to see me recreate this on the channel. The next morning, we grabbed breakfast by the pool, and I decided to order an acai bowl, and it was pretty delicious. All the fruit was so fresh and sweet and super tasty. The base was a little sweet for my liking, but I still enjoyed it. And with the view I had, it was just the perfect breakfast. We had a wonderful time on this resort. They have a variety of activities that go on throughout the day, and they do offer character dining, specifically breakfast. So we decided to take advantage and eat at the Makahiki restaurant for breakfast, where they had a 3-course breakfast menu. They started us out with coffee, juice, fresh fruit, and some pastries. We ordered an omelet and the loco moco, which was very tasty. I really enjoyed this breakfast. Stitch really was getting into a lot of trouble, as he always does, interrupting Minnie as she was trying to cook us breakfast. This was a very entertaining experience, and the food was delicious. Let me know in the comments below what Disney character is your favorite. I loved seeing how the characters interacted with each other, and watching Minnie cooking breakfast behind the counter was lots of fun. They have lots of treats on the Aulani. This was one I didn't get to try, but it looks so cute. The shaved ice Mickey ears. As I mentioned previously, they have a lot of activities that go on throughout the day at the resort. The app that the resort has is really easy to use, and we were able to book this fun painting activity. I really enjoyed this activity. It was a lot of fun. The instructor was really entertaining and took time to come around to help us if we needed some extra support. I highly recommend doing this if you ever visit the Aulani. I was really excited because we were able to book last minute tickets to the luau that takes place on the resort, and it was so much fun. The food was delicious, and the desserts were very good. They were tropical, of course, so I had the haupia pudding pictured here, and then the brownie also had toasted macadamia nuts on it. It was so delicious, and the entertainment was great. The singing for this show was incredible. It's the best I've heard at any luau. My recommendation, if you're planning a trip to Aulani and you want to go to this luau, book ahead online. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that, but we did go to the front desk the morning of the luau. There's a wait list. We were added to it, and they had some openings, so we were able to go. That's not always guaranteed, though, so be sure you book ahead. We definitely enjoyed our stay at the Aulani, and we enjoyed every minute on the island. It was an incredible trip, and we look forward to returning soon. If you liked this video, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a sweet day.